eXp Realty Costs and Fees. Let's break down exactly what eXp Realty agents should expect to pay here at eXp, what that gets you with some examples of each, how to cap and go to 100% commission with an example of what that looks like, how to achieve Icon Agent with examples of what that looks like and getting your cap back as stock, and then a quick snapshot of just some of the value we receive at eXp for these costs and fees, because ultimately it's about the value you receive. And then I'm going to go into frequently asked questions about eXp costs, like MLS fees, mentor programs, teams, sponsors, and a few more. So let's jump into it. Welcome back to my channel. It's Charlie Cameron. I'm a real estate agent, real estate investor, and global team leader here at eXp Realty on a mission to help agents everywhere grow their business exponentially and achieve financial freedom along the way. Let's jump into eXp Realty costs and fees. Okay, so here's the breakdown of eXp Realty costs and fees in one single slide. Bottom line, there's no desk fees, no royalty fees, no franchise fees like a regular franchise brokerage would have. So there's no additionals. And then the commission split is more favorable for agents and the cap is more favorable for agents than most franchise models. So what does that look like? It's an 80-20 commission split for the vast majority of agents at eXp Realty. 80% goes to you as the agent and 20% goes to eXp. Out of that 20%, once you've paid $16,000 for the year, that caps and the split goes away and you go to 100% commission. Now there is a standard fee, so $85 a month cloud brokerage fee or technology fee. I'm going to show you a little bit about what kind of value you receive for that, as well as your first month it's $150, so every month after that it's $85. Now there's always a $25 transaction review fee. And this is essentially the brokerage team going through all your paperwork and making sure your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, your initials are on every page, and everything has been filled out completely, and no paperwork is missing to ensure that everything is done perfectly and legally, and everybody stays out of hot water, right? We want to make sure all that paperwork's done, and say they go through and review everything and let you know if anything's missing or needs to be changed for this reason or that. So that's of great value there, as well as they issue the disbursement authorization to the title company so that you can get your check at closing, which is great. And then there's a $40 risk management fee that's also known as E&O or liability insurance. Most brokerages make you pay a large fee up front. What eXp does is they charge $40 per transaction and then cap it at $500 every year. So once you've done enough transactions there, that caps and goes away. So on a standard transaction, if it's your first few and you haven't capped yet, I'm going to show you what that looks like in terms of a transaction, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after you've capped, and then we'll look at what achieving the Icon Agent would look like and the benefits of that. Now, just to note here, after you go to 100% commission, there is a transaction fee added on, so it becomes $250 per transaction instead of your 20% split. Obviously much lower, and I'll show you an example of that here in a second. But that also caps out after you paid $5,000, which is 20 transactions, and then the fee is reduced to $75. Now the interesting thing that happens at that point is you become an Icon agent, and this $16,000 you paid in for your cap gets paid back to you as a stock award of EXPI shares. Crazy. So let's talk a little bit about what this looks like in an example transaction. So if you're not capped yet, it's your first few transactions. Let's say it's a $400,000 home and there's a 3% commission for you on it. The gross commission would be $12,000 on your side of the transaction. So 20% to eXp would be $2,400. The transaction and E&O fees is $65, so that's your review and your E&O. And so that total agent net commission that you get to take home from that transaction is $9,535. No desk fees, no office fees, no franchise fees, nothing else. Now on the capped side, so once you've become a capped agent, and I'll talk about what that takes in the very next slide, but once you paid your $16,000 to eXp, you go to 100% commission. So in that same example where there's a $12,000 gross commission, the transaction and post-cap fee is now that $250 plus the $25 review fee, and so that looks like $11,725, excuse me, as the total take-home pay for the agent net commission. So that's pretty great, right? Now that post-cap fee drops once you hit that 20 transactions past your cap, so you basically end up paying $100 per transaction, and you become an Icon agent and you earn your cap back as EXPI stock award. So capping, again, it's paying that $16,000 out of the 20% split you pay to eXp. This does reset every year, so you would have the opportunity to cap every single year. As a reference point, at $2.7 million in total gross sales price that you sell at a 3% commission, that is roughly equivalent to capping at eXp, paying $16,000. So you'd go to 100% after that. Another reference point is about one $220,000 house sold per month at 3%. So you can kind of look at it either way. Obviously, if you know your average home price is $440,000, it would take you only 6 houses to achieve capping, and then go to that 100%. So bottom line, producing agents are keeping more at eXp Realty. And this isn't even looking at the additional stock award options. And we're not even talking about the Icon Award program yet. And we're not talking about revenue share. So there's a whole bunch of additional income opportunities, as well as a massive referral network globally with 90,000 agents that you could tap into for all sorts of additional income at eXp. Now, the Icon Agent Status or Award, this is pretty insane. So there's 2 ways to reach this. One is 20 transactions after you cap, and the other is an annual gross commission of $500,000 with at least 10 transactions in there, and you've paid that post-cap transaction fees. So you know that $250 post-cap transaction fee that caps at $5,000. So you would have had to have paid that one way or another to receive your Icon Award if you're doing it this way. If you're doing it this 20, you've already done that, so you're there. So when that happens, you receive $16,000 in eXp stock awards. Now, there's a couple requirements for that. You have to attend one of the in-person events, and you have to participate in the Icon program. You kind of have a role where you're helping the Icon program. For example, maybe you help come up with new ideas for the Icon program. So there's a couple very small stipulations, but going to those events are absolutely worth it. And everyone I know who has qualified for the Icon program is an Icon agent. So the bottom line here is top producing agents earn $16,000 back. So the vast majority of top producing agents out there are actually paying a commission split forever. They're not capping at a lot of these brokerages, which is interesting because at eXp, their total cost to be here would be something like $6,000, which is kind of crazy, right? So definitely some big benefits for producing agents and top producing agents at eXp. So what is some of the value we receive for that 20% split or that $85 a month? Here's just a short list I came up with. I could probably list 100 things, but I won't do that to you today. I'm just going to touch on a few of these, and we're going to just take a shallow dive into a couple. So you get unlimited anytime, anywhere support from 2,000 plus brokers and staff. And I mean anytime, anywhere. I can log in and go sit down with a broker right now if I wanted to. And I do that about every other week. So that is awesome, amazing support. And the same thing goes for all the types of support staff, from transactions to IT to anything you can think of. 80 plus hours of live training. It's also recorded. This training comes from the best agents in their niche, bringing what they do to generate leads to you, which is really amazing because what works in Vancouver certainly works in Orlando, right? ḥřejʰＪŽ, which is a CRM, it's an MLS integrated website, it's a lead generation tool, as well as additional lead generation tools and training. eXp World, which is our virtual training and support environment. Workplace, which is Facebook for eXp. It's our massive network where we're all connected together. We have groups and subgroups and opportunities to network and work with, trade deals with, find buyers, find sellers, and do referrals within that entire space, as well as support each other, which is really awesome. Revenue share and stock award programs, we haven't even touched on those. I'm not going to in this presentation, but be sure to check out my other videos. SkySlope and review of all our transactions by the brokerage team. SkySlope is our transaction management software, also allows us to get paid at closing, which is awesome. A new agent training program and mentorship program. Marketing materials that we can use templated that you can just plug your stuff into, internal and external eXp partners with major discounts, express offers, which is our own iBuyer program, eXp's only, and eXp does not buy houses, they partner with investors. It makes it really great for agents and you can get leads that way. Assigned local mentors for new agents, highly recommended, plus you have to if you're brand new to the industry, but my mentor was amazing and it's really a great program. And then you can work on other certifications. You can do luxury, commercial, REO, affinity, corporate relocation. There's all sorts of opportunities to get additional certifications and leads from those. And then everything that our sponsorship team has to offer. So let's deep dive shallow dive into a couple of these. So ǩļļļļ is our custom IDX website. This would cost you $300 a month if you were to go get this as an individual agent. Definitely not what any of us want to do. This is included in our $85 a month. This is integrated into your MLS. You can create all sorts of custom searches, squeeze pages, all sorts of lead generation tools. Look at individual listings. Everything kind of looks like they're yours. It's all state compliant, and you can send email newsletters, drip campaigns, all sorts of marketing, integrated ads. You can do any and everything with this platform. There's a ton of different ways to do lead generation with it, paid or free, as well as there's now a new home search app exclusive to eXp that's integrated with your ǩļļļļ and branded to you. So all of this is all integrated and connected together and provided to you at eXp. eXp World is our live trading and support anywhere, anytime platform. Looks like this. This is me meeting with a broker with one of my teammates because we had a question about what was happening with a listing agent on a transaction we were working. She interpreted the contract incorrectly. We went in there and verified that we were right. Okay, we're good to go. Let's move on, right? And this is just one of the trainings that happens. Here's an icon agent talking about how he turns renters into buyers. So this is training you can go take anytime, anywhere. If you'd like to get a guest pass, head over to agentwealthhustle.com. You can get one there. I will gladly send you one. You can go take this training for free to kind of test it out and run around in eXp World and see what it's like. But this is a super useful tool to be able to go log in from anywhere, anytime, and get support. And it's just one of the ways we can get support out of 7. So go check out my blog posts on that. Now, eXp Workplace, this is that Facebook for eXp. It literally is that. It's built by Meta. And we have all sorts of opportunities to network with each other, get our news in here, and join all sorts of different groups, as well as our state groups, referral networks. Our recorded trainings are in here in eXp University, new agent training. It's all there. And this might be the thing I use the most. So let's talk about some frequently asked questions. So does eXp pay my MLS fees? No. Just like other brokerages, in general, you are responsible for your own MLS fees unless you're with the new eXp referral division where you're doing referrals only. Then you're not required to be a member of an MLS. So works just like anywhere else. For me, as an agent in Florida, I average all of my costs, including being at eXp, being a realtor, state and national level, local level, and my MLS, and it comes out to, as well as a custom domain name and lockboxes. I think those are kind of my must-do expenses. And if I take all those costs and I average them out across the months, it's about $185 a month to do all of that, which you do to one transaction and you've paid for that for 3-4 years in most markets. So what does the mentor program cost? It's an additional 20% split for the first 3 transactions. And so that sounds like a lot, but it's super worthwhile because you're going to have that local person who knows exactly how your MLS works and exactly how transactions work in your market, which are very, very localized and dependent, how things are typical. You do need to know that, and you need to kind of know how to negotiate and work your contracts, and they're going to help you through that. Plus, they're incentivized, right? Mentors are compensated out of that, which is awesome because there's an aligned goal to help you succeed and get your first 3 transactions done. What if you buy or sell your own house? So eXp does have the opportunity where agents get 3 personal transactions every single year at 100% commission. You decide which ones you want to use those on as long as you're at least a 50% owner on that property, including investment properties. So that's kind of a cool deal where even if you haven't capped yet, you can basically pretend like it's capped and go to 100% commission for that specific deal. And if you're wondering about the mentor program and this, so yes, you can get rid of the eXp commission, but if you're still in the mentor program, you still pay the 20%. So it'd be 80-20 for a personal transaction if you're still in the mentor program. How do you earn stock awards at eXp? There's multiple ways to, including your first closing, you'll get an award, which makes you an owner of the company after your very first deal. Capping, you get a stock award for free. The Icon Award, you get $16,000 back in the EXPI stock awards, as well as opting into the discount stock purchase program where you have the option to put 5% of your commission in each deal towards buying EXPI stock at a discount. I have done that from day one. Very happy I've done that. It actually means I get paid dividends on every transaction I've ever sold. And I'm excited to see, that EXP umbrella is massive and the company just continues to grow and add additional sub-companies as well as globally. So I own a piece of that. What's the cost of the revenue share program? I'm not going to go much into that today, but it's free. There is no cost to be a part of it. There's no cost to have a sponsor at eXp. In fact, everybody must have one. And there's no, you never have to pay your sponsor anything. They're just there to help provide additional support and point you in the right direction, or in our case, provide a lot more support on a daily basis. So what about teams? Production teams, which are separate from mentors, sponsors, and brokers. Happy to go through that breakdown with you if you want to schedule a call, but they can have different commission structures and production requirements. So that is a little bit different. There are 4 different types of teams even, including domestic sponsorships and unofficial teams, which, you know, they generally don't have a different commission structure and production requirements. And then there are 2 production type teams where the commission paid is lower, but your option to be an icon agent is a little bit different. So I do have a blog post all about the teams, breaking all 4 types down at eXp over at agentwealthhustle.com. And what about eXp commercial or referral? So these are slightly different for both, but very similar. In fact, the commercial side is 80-20, and the referral side 75-25. But there's other little nuances as to what tools you get, what things you have to do, what things you don't have to do, fees, and those things associated with it. So slightly different. You could check all that out. Just look at the About eXp post at agentwealthhustle.com. It goes into all of those. And so what does a sponsor cost? As I mentioned before, every agent at eXp has a sponsor, but sponsors are free. There is no cost to it. There's no fees, no commission splits, or anything like that. Now, we call our sponsorship organization the Lion League. And we kind of use the term partnership team because that's how we think of ourselves. We help each other succeed, and I'm here to help support you in your endeavors as a real estate agent to grow your business and to achieve freedom along the way. So it is free to sponsor with our team for daily support, coaching, masterminds, courses, and more value than any sponsorship organization at eXp, from top producers, top team leaders, and top investors here at eXp. So if this looks like something you'd be interested in partnering with us at the Lion League, we're also part of the Agent Wolfpack. We're also part of Invested Agents. All of those things are our sponsorship teams at eXp that built value over time that we get to also provide to you. We provide a lot of additional support to you, again, on a daily basis. You have my Calendly link. You can book a call with me anytime. So I just want to extend a hand here. If you're thinking about eXp and you're looking for an amazing team that can help you succeed, help you grow, help you run a team, and help you achieve financial freedom through multiple streams of income as a real estate investor and agent, we're the place. Go ahead and check out the links below. You can schedule a call with us, and we look forward to hearing from you. Now, again, if you're looking for the most amazing sponsorship team at eXp Realty for free, full of collaborating, growth-minded agents, be sure to check out the Agent Lion League. Links will be below. We are here to help you grow your business with daily support, training, tools, courses, masterminds, and more from the top agents, team builders, and investors at the company. And we want to help you achieve financial freedom along the way. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and schedule a call with us. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.